All right, first startup. Let's see.
Man, it's a wagon affair out here today. Except mine. Mine's still covered up for like half a year now. I want to drop my car. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, it's gonna be fun. I know you guys have been patiently waiting for this day right here, because today we're gonna be doing the B20VTEC conversion on the all-wheel drive CRX. I finally got the last piece in the mail today from the mailman, and this fool was playing games with me. First he came out with the first box, and that was for my dad, and then he smirked. And then he came out with the second box, and that is right here. This piece is nothing special. It's the Blox oil sandwich adapter, because I gave mine to my cousin right here, which is an LSVTEC engine. This is my intake manifold gasket for this guy, to mate this guy with that guy. This thing is missing a throttle body, which is on there. It's my JG 68mm throttle body. What to expect in this video today, guys, is just a removal of the cylinder head, and then prep the intake manifold gasket and all for the new head. First things first, guys, disconnect your battery. Now, I've been slacking on putting my battery kill switch, but they have not told me anything at the track yet, so I'm not worried about, you know, putting a battery kill switch on yet. But be sure to disconnect your battery. I'm gonna open up my fuel cell a little bit, kind of relieve the pressure that's built up inside, but I'm also gonna close this so that way the sun doesn't go baking on the fuel cell. And then I'm gonna start by taking off all the little things. So I guess I'm gonna take off the charge pipe, and then the fuel lines, and then I'm gonna take off the turbo kit, everything around the intake manifold, because I am gonna take that off with the cylinder head. So once I do all that, we'll move on to the head bolts and get this head off. Ooh! Well, you look at that.
15 minutes later.
15 minutes later. Well, you look at that, boys. Will you look at that? All I gotta do is clean this up, and it's ready for the new head. So right here, the B20 head is all taken apart. I am gonna keep this just because. And if I ever decide to buy a block from the junkyard or from somebody else, like a B20 RLS, I have this head to go on. I may also go back to the junkyard and grab that P8R head next week if the car's still there, but I mean, for the most part, I'm gonna hoard this one for now. I'll have space for it on the rack once everything pertaining to the VTEC head is in the car. I'll have this sitting around. You can see right here, this is my JG throttle body. This is the matching one to the JG manifold that I'm gonna be using on the GSR head. And I believe the idle air control valve on this one's broken, but I think I have one on the other manifold as well, so I'm not really worried about it. But non-VTEC head is officially out of the car, and now, maybe right now or tomorrow,
The journey begins.
the journey begins. So me and Joe took a lunch break earlier, and then we decided to install his new stereo. If you guys seen that last video, we had some Boosie looking thing right here, and whoever wired it, it was like no memory, no nothing. So Joe got a new stereo, Bluetooth and all that, running off his phone. Speakers working well. Everything's nice and crispy. The rear speakers are sounding great. And we're gonna have to continue the VTEC head swap tomorrow, because this time of year, a lot of mosquitoes are out. I got bit on my damn forehead, and you can see all them suckers flying around right here. Joe got bit on his neck, and that is not hard to miss. So
The missus is gonna think I got a hickey.
oh damn, that's just bigger.
Told you, bro.
Joe got a third nipple on his neck.
Yee. Hey, if I start selling milk, I better get rich.
Hey, gotta get in that milk industry, bro. Who needs cows when you got Joe? So anyways, guys, we're gonna continue this tomorrow. I'm gonna clean up, put everything into the garage, and then we'll walk you through the head preparation and hopefully installing the head on the car tomorrow. Continuing where we left off yesterday, but first, this morning, I went to the P.O. box and I got this package right here. They crammed this thing into my little P.O. box. Surprisingly, it fitted. They folded it and all of that. Not sure what's in here, but we have this package right here from Rev High Drive Happy. Rev High Drive Happy. I'm assuming there's a comma in between that, but Rev High Drive Happy. Not sure what's in here, and let's open it together. Ziploc bags. More Ziploc bags. And a lot more Ziploc bags. I don't slang anymore. And we have a letter right here. Rev High Drive Happy. Wait, these are decals? These are decals. Oh yeah. Oh snap, we got more than one decal. This one's cool. Rev High Drive Happy. I'm almost certain that that's the YouTube channel, and be sure to check it out. Focus. Let's get it. Oh yeah. I like this one. I like these little circle slap ones. This one's cool. Oh yeah. If it ain't a type O, then it ain't a tight car. Yo, check out the channel. Rev High Drive Happy. Oh man. We have a huge paragraph here. Let's read it together. Static. I really enjoy your channel and all the DIY stuff that you do. I like that you show step-by-step instructions for whatever project that you're working on. I've been watching your channel for about 1.5 years now and haven't missed one video. You inspired me to start my own channel called Rev High Drive Happy. Rev High and Drive Happy. I started my channel about 1 year ago. I have 2 Integras on the channel. One is a daily and one is a track build. If you have time, check it out and let me know what you think. Enclosed are some stickers and a bunch of bags because I heard you say that you hoard them. Yo, I was just arguing with my friend the other day about hoarding bags. I have a bag full of bags, guys. Thank you for taking notice on that, man. Hope they come in handy. Keep up the awesome channel. Gordon, Rev High Drive Happy. I will definitely check out your channel, bro. It seems that this may be one of your Integra. And I mean, I have a soft spot for Integras in my heart, even though I'm a diehard EF guy. But I appreciate every enthusiast, no matter what car it is that you drive. Yes, even muscle cars. I like muscle cars. Thank you for the Ziploc bags. I will definitely put them to use because I've used a lot of the Ziploc bags that comes with the AN fittings to organize bolts, nuts, and stuff like that from cylinder heads, or pulling bolts from somebody's car just to keep them organized. If you guys haven't already noticed, those boxes right there are bolts from cars that I've worked on that either came from a spare engine they brought me or whatever the case may be, or something wasn't being used. Those carry all extra bolts and stuff from a specific car, you know what I mean? So I don't get them all mixed up. But then once the car is gone and all of that, I sort them into bags or you know, organizers right there. The one on the bottom, I got 2 more on the shelf. So definitely thank you for these Ziploc bags in all sizes. I will definitely put them to use. Everybody, please check out Rev High Drive Happy's channel. I'm sure you guys will love the content, because who doesn't love clean dailies and race car builds, right? Oh crap, there's no background. Alright guys. I read a comment where somebody said that I used the word alright guys a lot, and they suggested that I make a shirt out of it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Should I make a shirt that says alright guys and then have the Built to Drive logo on the back? I think that would be pretty cool, because it is a common phrase on the channel, right? So yesterday we pulled the head off the block, and pretty much I just cleaned up after that because I didn't want to show you guys the process in the dark, and I didn't want to fight the mosquitoes. Me and Joe, we got bit a lot. Now my choice of head for the VTEC conversion is a GSR. You can also use the B16 head, you can also use the GSR head, but that's preference of choice. I just had a GSR lying around, so I figured I'm using the GSR head. My last piece came in the mail yesterday. Nothing fancy. This is an oil sandwich adapter. I've always used an oil sandwich adapter. Typically I used oil pressure sensor, but because I am turbo, I am using that slot already. Part numbers right there. This is without the head gasket because I already have a head gasket, and we'll talk more about the head gasket when we get to it. But typically this is my oil feed system for the VTEC line to the head, and I couldn't put the head on yesterday anyways because I needed this tap, and the tap is to plug up the hole underneath the head. So I'm gonna run you guys through it. I'm gonna try to cover it as best as possible, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything out of the bag here, and then we'll flip the head over to show you the plug process. I had to take off to go pick up a tap because I don't have one. The blocks kit calls for a 1/8 NPT-27, I believe it is. So I went to Home Depot. They didn't have the tap that I needed, so I went to Harbor Freight instead, picked up a tap and die set. This one has the 1/8 NPT and a whole bunch of other metric sizes that, you know, will make this kit useful in the future because metric. And then I also picked up a chisel set because I'm going to try to chisel out that broken stud in the precision housing. I picked up this little baby wire cutter because it is cute. Look at that little baby thing. And I picked up a new needle nose because mine is missing about half of that. So I'm going to go ahead and tap this guy right here. I got this hole blocked off because this oil passage goes this way, and then going down there's another passage that wherever the oil gallery is going to, I don't want any of the burr from tapping this to get in there. So I pretty much shoved the napkin in there all the way to about right there, and then once I tap this, I'm gonna blow some air through, let it shoot out, clear it out before pulling this guy back out, and then you know, closing that off. So I'm gonna get set up and let's get tapping. One thing I forgot to mention, guys, is to use the same size drill bit before tapping the head for the 1/8. I didn't realize that. I didn't have the right bit, but I got it to where I was able to tap it. Just remember to tap the head out a little bit before you know, tapping it for the 1/8. I believe the Golden Eagle kit doesn't require to drill it out. All you got to do is tap it and then put the plug on. For the blocks, it seems to be bigger. I made sure it was nice and flush, no burrs on the edges or nothing like that. I plugged this guy back up, and I also installed the feed line going in the head. So before I get this all installed in the car, guys, Pick just came through right now. He wants me to inspect this block real quick before we get it packed up and shipped out to CSS. So I know a lot of you guys in the comment section was referring to my buddy Pick here as Tiger, right? MB Nell. And a lot of you guys don't even know who Heartbreak is. This fool's got his tattoo just like him, neck and all, bro. But yeah, we're gonna overlook this block real quick, and then we're gonna get it all packed up. You already emailed Jeff or what?
They already emailed. He sent me the pictures about how to pack it, everything. He said just send it in, and then work, and then just do PayPal, send it through.
Oh yeah. So a lot of this stuff on here are casting marks that Pick was a little worried that was cracked, but I don't think Pick has really seen the internals of a block. So I'm gonna inspect it, make sure everything's good, make sure the journals are good, and then, like I said, we're gonna pack it and probably ship it sometime this week. Found my studs, guys. So when you're doing a B20VTEC or an LS VTEC in your car, you're gonna have to use a specific head stud or a head bolt. And the reason why I say head stud or head bolt is because if you're staying NA, you can get away with GSR head studs, stock ones. But if you're doing any type of force induction, I recommend head studs. These right here are just like the ARPs. I bought it from Lightning Motorsports a long time ago, and these were just spare sitting around because I knew one day I was going to do something like this again. And I have all of the washers, the 12-point nuts and everything right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the meow meow. What did you do, meow meow? I'm going to pull out all the B20 head studs, and you can see the difference right here. They got two longer ones in the middle. Got the block all packed up, ready to ship out. Got to write his note before it goes out to CSS. And what I am doing right now is I was actually digging for my timing belt kit. So this right here is not the one that I'm looking for. This one right here. This is a GSR timing belt kit. It only has about 2,000 miles, and it's practically brand new. NPW water pump with the tensioner, and it has a Gates timing belt on it as well. Now the reason why I'm switching over to GSR is because the gear for the water pump is bigger on the GSR, and in theory, the bigger the gear is, the less rotating, how do you say it, mass or speed, causes less air bubble in the system. The smaller one spins faster, which causes a lot of air bubble. If you ever seen like a jet ski when the engine's so quick, all that bubbles and stuff come out. Terrible comparison, but running a GSR water pump and timing belt kit to reduce air bubbles in the cooling system. So I gotta jack up the car, take out the wheel, crack the crank pulley bolt loose, take off the timing cover, take out the belt, change it all out, keep this B20 for a short block I'm actually getting this weekend for that car, which is going to be mated with that head. And maybe we'll get some EJ2 content coming soon. For real today, I got to get the head on the car. Just want to show you guys my intake manifold setup. I am running the JG Elderbrock. I think this is the other version of the Victor X. I believe it's more ported out or more bigger in the runners and all, but don't quote me on it. I got this for a great deal from my buddy Ryan at Laka Speed. He upgraded, and I bought this with the matching JG throttle body. I'm using the Golden Eagle fuel rail that's also off the B20 with the 450cc injectors. I'm also using a Speed Factory thermal gasket. Alex is on his way here now with the RC 1000s because I am going to go E85 this time around with the B20VTEC, and we're going to be doing two maps, one for 91 pump and one for E85 for when I go race. And the reason why I'm doing 91 is because I drive this car every day. We don't have that many stations out here for E85, and I drive this car pretty far from time to time. I did a little over 500 miles going to Bakersfield, racing out there, and then driving back May 4th. I don't think I'm going to get this car ready in time for IBOC, so I'm going to be driving this thing a little over 1,000 miles. This piece right here clocks the fuel pressure regulator 90 degrees, so that way it does not hit the Victor X manifold. I bought this a long time ago because I knew if I ran my AEM unit on here, it would have hit, but I sold my AEM unit with the H22 CRX, so I'm using this POS Blocks one, but I mean, it worked in that car too, right? Don't question it. And now we have our return line clocked over. Throttle body is on, gasket. I plugged this one off because I don't need it. This one right here is going to be the blow-off valve and boost gauge. This is the brake booster. This is the fuel pressure regulator. So before the head goes on, this piece right here is where I'm going to be getting the oil source for the head. And it goes right there. Blocks also provides the line. This piece right here goes on the block before the oil filter, and then the oil filter pretty much goes on this end. Be sure to lubricate this ring right here before putting it on, and that's pretty much it for this. Pretty straightforward. Now when you do a VTEC head conversion on your non-VTEC block, typically you move your dowel pins from the back to the front, and depending on which kit you get, they provide you the dowel pin for the VTEC conversion. It is stepped because of the differences between the head and the block. The head on the front side is bigger, which this part goes into, and then on the block side it's smaller, so typically goes in like that, and then it presses in. You can see it on this end right there. I already got that one in place. But the thing is, if you're not running one of the LS-VTEC B20VTEC conversion specific head gasket, I'm using a Felpro one. This hole is a lot smaller. Now the specific head gasket for LSV B20V, this hole is already milled out big enough for the dowel pin, so in my case I'm gonna have to drill it out with a step drill bit to clear this guy for left and right. I'm gonna copper spray it, and then I'm gonna throw this head gasket on. But if you have the actual LSV B20V head gasket, disregard this section right here. Such a familiar sight. The last time that valve cover was on this car was May 2017. We are getting closer, guys. So I did the timing side. I didn't really show too much of that. I did the valve lash as well too. On the intake side, I did a tight 6, no 7, and then on the exhaust side, I did a tight 7, no 8, and everything else, like behind the manifold, is all buttoned up. As far as converting to LS-VTEC or B20VTEC, I've covered most of the process that you got to do this, and everything else is just buttoning up. I cannot turn the car on for you guys because I am missing a few more things. Alex has my distributor, my OBD1. The ram horn is not on because I don't have materials to make a downpipe. This is going with the log manifold, so I don't want to hack that up. I need a 4-bolt flange for the downpipe and some material to make my new downpipe, so that's not on. My feed line for the fuel rail is ultra short because the Victor Rex is sitting the fuel rail a lot higher, and I may have an interference with the VTEC line right here. I also got to make a throttle body bracket because the one that I have puts too much of a bind on the cable itself. And the other dilemma is my charge pipe does not fit the same because the Victor Rex manifold pushes the throttle body out more this way. So down here, I'm gonna hook it up, and you can see how much it's off by, and I'm already like on top of the brake lines if I push it down right there, right? I'm gonna have to figure something out with this if I want to still use it. Otherwise, get my original tile charge pipe, which was also on this car a long time ago. This fits there, bends are right, but it's short about 5 inches. So what I can do with this one down here is I can extend this bottom piece, weld it, and get it long enough to go right into the intercooler coupler down there, and this will work. But regardless, I can make either or work. It just really depends on what sound I want to hear. If you guys don't know, I bought this one and this guy for my EF sedan. I'll put a little tab on top. You guys can check that video out. I've owned this for a very long time and I love the way it sounds. Don't worry guys, I will record all the fabrication part and the first startup with you guys, so stay tuned for that one. I'm getting excited. I hope you guys are too. I'm gonna wrap it up right now. I think Son's ready to turn on his CRV, so I'm probably gonna head over there. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it, and definitely subscribe if you guys want to see the dyno video, because I am curious to see what the car is going to make on E85. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.